This is Marie for Funding for Good, and today we want to talk a little bit about quarterly cleanups. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I'm tripping all over my words today. I've been calling potential donors, and it's that time of day. But quarterly cleanups, how do you make sure that your organization's policies and their properties are protected? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a staff member or a volunteer was in charge of a specific project or information? It might have been program data. It might have been particular electronic supplies, software. It might be cell phones or laptops. It could be anything in the world, intellectual property, whether it be program designs or lesson plans or templates, whatever that project or intellectual property might be. If they were to walk away tomorrow, would you be able to access that information? Most people, when we ask this, will say, no, we really depend on that person to do that. In the ideal world, a person would put in a 6-month notice and provide you with all of that information, but we don't live in an ideal world, and we need to be prepared to keep all of our organizational properties in a protected space. As an executive director of a nonprofit for more than a decade, this is what I would recommend. First, at your staff meetings, make sure anything that's related to intellectual property, if it's new program designs and things like that, that there be a specific place when staff reports are submitted that they upload those. You might use Google Drive, you might use Dropbox, but on a regular basis, staff should be uploading or saving or backing up all of their intellectual property. You might want to establish very basic organizational profiles. For example, templates. It should say program templates for this particular program, grants for this particular program, with folders that anyone walking in the front door could understand. So for example, one of my grant folders might say grants for 2017-18 for a specific program. Others might say Gen Ops grants and the year that's associated, so that someone going through my thumb drive or my backup drive could find that. So each quarter, you want to make sure that your staff has gone in and that they have done a check-in with all their property. If they have a cell phone, if they have a laptop, that you inspect it, make sure there's no damages, make sure it's up to date, and that they have done a little checklist for you. This is going to save you in the long run, because if you have a staff turnover or transition situation, getting those files might be nearly impossible. In the last month alone, I've had 3 organizations come to me and say, we went through an entire strategic planning process, or we created a new entire project design, but the person who did it left on bad terms and they took everything with them. There's no excuse for that, because the intellectual property that your staff creates when they're on your payroll is yours. It belongs to you, and you need to make sure that you protect it. Get it backed up, have a policy and procedure, and make sure every staff member signs that, letting them know that their personal computers, cell phones, and other personal devices are not the proper places to store your organization's vital documents. Hope this helps. Make sure you do it on a quarterly basis if you want to protect your assets.